Hey guys, I've got a good one for you this time around. We're going to talk about the Anaheim Ducks top prospects. I ranked the top 10, in my opinion, top 10 prospects for the Anaheim Ducks. You're not going to want to miss this one. Stick around. Okay guys, hey, welcome back. Ducks Hockey and More is coming back at you. We've got a great video talking about the Ducks prospects. Okay, I ranked them top 10. We're going to start at number 1 and go all the way down to number 10. Now, these are my rankings as far as our prospects. There are a lot of prospects in the system, but looking at the entire system, obviously, you're only going to get, on a good prospect pool team like the Ducks, 10 to 15, you know what I mean, really solid players typically. The teams that are just not very good at picking good prospects, or they haven't had high draft picks over the years because they've, done well. They've succeeded and done well in the playoffs. Therefore, they don't have as many prospects, or they've traded them away, draft picks, things of that nature. Doesn't matter. Those teams don't have as good a prospect pool as a team like the Anaheim Ducks do, considering we have not been that great over the last few years. So therefore, we have a very good high draft pick prospect pool. So, plus the Ducks do have a good history of drafting well. Our scouts here at the Anaheim Ducks organization really are good at finding the diamonds in the rough. Troy Terry is a great example of that, who was a 5th round pick, and look at him. He's a star. He was an all-star, right? And he's going to land a very nice contract after his arbitration, which is coming up here in a few days, next month. So anyways, let's talk about the top prospects of the Anaheim Ducks. Now, in my opinion, you can go in there and you can find all kinds of information, different people writing articles and talking about prospect pools. Who has the best prospect pool? Say that really fast. Prospect pool in the NHL, like ranking the teams and as far as what they have in their system, right? You're going to get different opinions if you listen to these guys. It's insane. So because of that, I've been, I do a lot of reading like this stuff. So I was like, I'm going to do my own. Okay. I've done it before. I've talked about the prospects before. I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to rank them. Okay. And in my opinion, the Anaheim Ducks have probably, a lot of people will put them, I've seen as low as 8th best in the league. I think that's way too low. When you look at what we drafted and what's coming up through the system, I would say we were definitely top 5. I would even put us at number 2 or number 3. And that's just me. I'm not being biased because I'm a huge Ducks fan. I'm simply just looking at the players that we have, the players that have developed just in the year or 2 years that we've drafted them. And it's quite incredible what we have. So here we go. Let's just dive right into it. Prospect pool. Okay. Leo Carlson, number 1, right? Hands down. Okay. He was the number 2 overall pick in this last year's draft of 2023. That right there in itself is huge. Okay, a lot of people were thinking Adam Fantilli. It ended up being Leo Carlson. When you stop and you step back and you take a look at this pick and you look at this player, I love what Verbeek did. Okay, by passing up on Fantilli and his offensive abilities and going for Leo Carlson, who, keep in mind, has really good offensive ability. He's got great hands, high hockey IQ. The guy's really smart on the ice. He creates plays. He drives the net. So he's not afraid to go to the front of the net, which is huge. The Ducks have been kind of lacking that ever since Ryan Kessler and Corey Perry have been gone. The Ducks have kind of been missing that guy that'll go to the net and take a beating and create chances by being in front of the net and taking that beating. But Carlson will go to the net. He's a great passer, great hands, and he's got a great shot. So Leo Carlson, the one thing about him, 2 things real quick. 2-way center, okay? The Swedish players coming out of Sweden, whether you're a defenseman or a center, okay, even a winger, they are, I believe in their system, the Swedish hockey players in general are taught to be very defensive, okay? almost every Swedish player I've ever seen, okay, playing in the NHL has always been a very good two-way forward or just solid on defense. They're typically not like big scorers when it comes to, especially defensively, but they are solid defensively. They know how to defend. Okay, Leo Carlson's in the same boat. He's an amazing two-way center. He can defend, and you need that. Okay, you need that. Another player that we have, he's not Swedish, he's Canadian, Nathan Gaucher. He's also a very good two-way center. He's a big guy too, so I like that. Carlson's not too small either. He's a big guy. Just so you know, he's 6'2", 194 pounds. And so you know he's not going to get any taller, but he is going to pack on some more muscle. He'll end up over 200 pounds at some point, and he'll be a force to be reckoned with for the Anaheim Ducks. The one thing that he does lack is speed. He doesn't have a lot of speed on the ice, and I know the Ducks training staff will be hard on him, working on his skating, making him faster and more, ability to get past the defenders and that kind of thing with some speed. That's the only non-check mark. If you're looking at boxes and you're checking them off, the only one that's not checked is the speed box. So Carlson is a legit #1 center. If he continues to develop at a fast pace, you might even see him this year for all we know. It's interesting. We'll have to see what the Ducks do. Okay, what I think the Ducks will probably end up doing is they'll evaluate him at training camp, basically. Prospect camp, which is coming up soon, here mid-September. They're going to evaluate him. He's going to be part of that training camp, right? If they like what they see and he is just smoking it out there, they'll probably put him in the team, right? He is signed to a two-way entry-level contract, so he can play in San Diego if things aren't working out. But my guess is he might go back to the Swedish Hockey League where he's playing with adults to get better and better, so that next year, more than likely, we're going to see him. Doesn't matter either way. When Carlson does make this team, he's probably going to be a #1 center, okay, on the top line, and the guy's going to be money. So moving on, because I can go on and on and on. I like to ramble about these guys, but number 2 on my prospect list, Owen Zellweger. We've talked about Owen Zellweger so many times, and you could easily say that he was probably the top prospect. In fact, I think I ranked him the last time I did this as the Ducks' top prospect. He has now dropped to number 2 because of Leo Carlson, but that doesn't take anything away from Owen Zellweger. The guy is money. Okay, he has 2021 draft. Okay, so it's been a few years, right? He was drafted in the 2nd round, 34th overall. Think about it, guys. Remember what I talked about when it came to prospects and Ducks drafting? He ended up going in the 2nd round. Okay, 34th overall. He's 5'10", 183, so he's a little bit small, okay, on the smallish side, but he can skate like no other. He can move the puck like no other. He's got great hands. He sees the ice very well, creates plays, just calm, cool, collected. This guy's going to be a power play maniac, in my opinion. I see a #1 power play unit in the future of the Anaheim Ducks with Owen Zellweger on that line. Maybe Cam Fowler if he's still around, and then you've got Zegras, Terry, and like a Mason McTavish or something like that, or you can even throw Leo Carlson to that. Think about that for a second. Holy crap, dude. That was just the #1. You can go to number 2 and add Pavel Mikheyev and, some other great Anaheim Duck players coming up through the system that I'll talk about here in a second. But anyways, Owen Zellweger, guy's money. He was the OHL's Defenseman of the Year, okay, just this last year. Guy's an amazing passer, and he can score, okay? Watch highlights. 69 games played in this last season for the OHL. He played for a couple of different teams, but, I'm sorry, not 69 games played, 55 games played, okay? He had 32 goals, 48 assists for 80 points, okay? Holy crap, dude. 80 points. Now, he's probably going to be playing in San Diego this year unless he gets lucky and when he makes the team. I don't know. I kind of feel like they're going to want him to play with some pros down in San Diego. But we may very well see a lot of Owen Zellweger if we have injuries with the big club and he's doing well down there, which he's going to do well and they bring him up. They say, hey, Brent, come on up. We got injuries, and they call him up. So I think that'll probably be how that plays out. But Owen Zellweger, number 2 on my Ducks hockey top prospects. Number 3 is another defenseman, Pavel Mikheyev. Okay, we got him in the first round last year, 2022, 10th overall. Now this guy's a little bit bigger. He's 6'1", 192. So he's a lanky guy, right? Okay, Owen Zellweger was the WHL's Defenseman of the Year. Pavel Mikheyev was the OHL's Defenseman of the Year. Ducks, they know how to draft, man. Okay, guy's got great passing ability, great vision on the ice, a lot like an Owen Zellweger, very creative, very offensive minded, okay, just like Owen. So it's very interesting. So here's his gig. 69 games played last year, okay, 24 goals, 64 assists for a total of 88 points. So you can see the assist total. That means that he creates plays. He sees the ice well, and he creates that opportunity for forwards to score or whatever. Guy's good, man. Really good. So Pavel Mikheyev, okay, we might see him this year as well. I think he'll be playing in San Diego along with Olin, and unless he makes a team for some crazy reason at a training camp, we might see him in some call-ups, just depending on how well he's playing down there. Again, these guys have been playing in the junior leagues in Canada and doing very, very well. The transition to the pros with the big guys, okay, running around, having to watch your back really well, right? That's the test. That's the test. So we're going to see how that goes for them. Okay, so that's my number 3, okay, Pavel Mikheyev. Number 4. Now, we've seen a little bit of number 4 last season. Jackson Lacombe, another defenseman, okay? Ducks are stacked on D right now. The blue line, we don't have any problems with our blue line, okay? With the future of the blue line for the Anaheim Ducks is amazing. In fact, I don't even think we're going to be able to afford all these guys at some point. Once their entry-level contracts start to expire, we're going to have to decide what to do with a couple of them and have to trade them or something because we can't afford them all. They're too good. Anyway, number 4, Jackson Lacombe. Okay, we saw him in a few games at the end of last year. This guy is a smooth skating. He's also offensive minded, just like Mikheyev and Zellweger are, right? Great hands, great skating ability. I was just in the few games I watched him last year, I saw that right away. It's like, damn, guy can skate. He's like Cam Fowler, Scott Niedermayer, right? Very fluid, very good skater. Calm, cool, collected. Even in pressure situations in the D zone, he was able to navigate his way out very easily. If there was no panicking or anything like that I saw from Lacombe, I was very impressed by what I saw. In fact, I think I talked about it when in a couple of videos ago about who I thought. In fact, it might have been the last video, but the Ducks D pairings, okay, and who's going to be on the defensive opening roster, if you will. I feel like Lacombe's going to make that opening roster unless something crazy happens. He's that good and he's that ready. I think he's 22 years old, so he is ready to go. Last year he played for Minnesota, the Minnesota Gophers in the NCAA, and so he's playing with bigger guys, adults, basically, okay, some teenagers, but some adults too. And, he did very well. And just seeing him in a couple games at the NHL level, I like what I saw. This is what he did for the Gophers last year. 37 games played, okay? 9 goals, 26 assists for 35 points. So almost a point a game as a defenseman at the NCAA level. Like this guy a lot. Should be in our lineup come opening night. At least that's what I'm thinking, right? Number 5 on my list, Ducks top prospects. Number 5, guess what? Another defenseman. This time it's Tristan Luno. Okay, Tristan Luno. He was a 2022 round 2, number 53 overall. Okay, 53rd pick overall. 6'1", 174 pounds. So he's tall, a little bit thin because he's only 174 pounds. But Tristan Luno, guess what? Named Defenseman of the Year for the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League last season. So 3 defensemen in the Duck system. 3 named to their respective junior leagues Defenseman of the Year. By the way, that's never happened in NHL history. And these three players are all Anaheim Ducks. Think about that, people. Tristan Luno, okay? He's got a super high hockey IQ, very great hockey sense, okay? He is a smart hockey player. If you read about him, he's known as a quick problem solver. So when you're on the ice, you got to think quick, right? Evaluate what you see and make that pass or make the move or whatever it is you got to do, dump the puck. You've got to make a decision and you've got to make it quickly. Tristan Luno makes those decisions quickly and gets the puck out of the D zone, without panicking, basically. Kind of like a Jackson Lacombe in the sense that Jackson's very calm, cool, collected out there. Tristan Luno, hockey IQ is through the roof, and he's a good problem solver, and he's a quick problem solver on the ice. 65 games played last year. Okay, this is in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. He had, listen to this, 20 goals, 63 assists for 83 points. Now you see why he's Defenseman of the Year. Holy crap, man. I mean, these kids can produce, okay? They're not just, whatever. They're producing at their level, okay? Again, like I've said before, pros, big adults, a lot different. Can they transition and do the same thing? We'll see. Maybe not at that level as in the junior leagues, but man, 20 goals, 63 assists. This is a guy that sees the ice well and sets people up to score and can score himself too. 20 goals last year. So that's number 5, Tristan Luno. Okay, now moving on, number 6. Now, guess what? Our defensive prospects, obviously we're in good shape, right? Guess what? Now we're going to the forwards. Okay, the forwards are now filtering in. Now that we're getting to the next 5 of the top 10, at number 6, Sasha Pastujov. Okay, Sasha Pastujov is a freaking amazing goal scorer. Okay, guy is money. He was drafted in 2021. Okay, round 3, 66th overall. I don't know how Sasha dropped that far. I think there was a lot of teams that were probably just not sold on him, and so he dropped in the rankings. He is money. Okay, he's a winger, which we need a lot more of. I've talked about that before. The Ducks need good scoring wingers, and we need to bulk up on them because not all wingers cut it in the NHL. They really don't. You draft them and you cross your fingers and you hope you got a diamond in the rough, kind of like a Troy Terry, right? So Sasha Pastujov has so far been very, very good. Now, can he do it at the pro level? We're going to find out. He's got an amazing shot. He's got great stick handling ability and great passing ability. Sasha Pastujov is going to be amazing, but it's got to be at the pro level. So big kid, 6 foot, 183 pounds. So he's a good sized winger. He can play both sides, right wing, left wing. This is in the OHL last year, 60 games played. Okay, 60 games. He had 41 goals, 57 assists for 98 points. Okay, this is in 60 games. 98 points. You see the level at which this kid can create offense, passing, and scoring. Okay, he's money. Okay, he's money. Again, can he do it at the pro level? We're going to find out this year. He will be playing in San Diego, I'm sure. Unless for some crazy in training camp, he smokes it and blows people out of the water, he might make the team. I love this kid, and if he can be what we need him to be, oh man. Because then you've got Terry, you've got Pastujov. Oh man, telling you, loving it. Let's hope he develops and can play at the pro levels like he does in the juniors, okay? So he's at number 6. At number 7, okay, in this last year's draft in 2023, Nico Miotovich, okay? I always kill names, but Nico Miotovich, okay? 2023, round 2, 33rd overall. So he was the second pick for us in the draft after Leo Carlson. First pick in the second round at 33 there. He is a left wing or plays center, so I like to think of him as a winger because we are solid and super stacked when it comes to centers right now. It's wingers, scoring wingers with speed and skill that we need to stockpile. That's what Nico brings. He is 6'2", 183 pounds, so very nice size. Played the WHL last year. He's a sniper. He's got a sniper of a shot. Okay, NHL level sniper, wrist shot specifically. Good vision on the ice, great passing and that kind of thing. So he's a playmaker for sure. 68 games played last year in the WHL. He had 30 goals, 30 assists for 60 points. So obviously you can see he can create and he can score. He is getting better and better. If you go back through the years and you watch how he's developed stats-wise, he's getting better and better and better. But now the big jump to the pros happens, right? He'll probably be playing San Diego. Actually, Miotovich will probably be back in the WHL. Yeah, at least one more year. And then he'll jump to the pros. So if he progresses even more this coming season at the WHL level, he'll make the jump to the pros in the 24-25 season. So, but I love this guy. I think he has a lot of upside. Let's just hope he develops well and gets better and better and better, because we could use a guy like Nico. So there you go. If he makes it to the NHL, and he'll probably be a bottom 6 guy, winger. That's my guess. Okay, I don't think he has elite skill level to be top 2 line type stuff. Maybe to fill in at times, maybe if we're lucky. But he'll probably be a bottom 6 winger, scoring winger. Anyways, moving on. Number 8. Okay, number 8. Another guy that we drafted this last draft in 2023, Igor Sodorov. Now, Igor Sodorov is an interesting cat. This guy can shoot and score, okay? He's dangerous and can score from anywhere on the ice. He does have a lot to develop to become an NHL-ready player. And like most, okay? It's not like he's way behind the 8 ball or anything like that, but he does have a lot of learning and growing to do so that he could be an NHL pro someday. He was drafted this last year, 2023, round 3, 85th overall. So I'm hoping he becomes one of those diamonds that you found late, 3rd round type of guy. He's a winger, okay? Good that we stockpiled wingers, okay? I said it before in lots of my videos that we need good scoring wingers. Verbeek and the scouting staff did look for wingers. I think they see the same thing. They have good center depth. They need to stockpile scoring wingers. He's 6 foot, 183 pounds. So he's good size for a winger. In this last season, he played for the WHL Saskatoon Blades. He had 53 games played, okay, 40 goals, 36 assists for 76 points. That is money, man, I'm telling you. See what I mean with the stats? Very good. Could create. He can score. 40 goals, guys, okay? So again, that whole question mark is, can he continue to develop and then transition to the pro level and do the same thing? We'll find out, but I hope he does, because he is good. He's creative, great shot, like I said, threat to score from anywhere. He probably will be, if he continues to progress with the shot that he possesses now, and if he can transition that to an NHL with the Ducks level and continue to put, oh man, he's going to be good. He'll be a top line winger if he can keep going and transition to the pro level and continue to play at that level that he's at now. That would be awesome. So that's at number 8. Number 9, we're almost done. Number 9, Carrie Terence. Okay, Carrie Terence. There's another 2023 draft pick. We got him in round 2, 59th overall. So Carrie Terence. Now, I put Sodorov, even though Sodorov was a round 3er, ahead of Carrie Terence, who was drafted round 2. I have my reasons, but Carrie Terence, 2023, round 2, number 59 overall. He's a center or a winger. Okay, again, remember, there's that, can play both. Okay, 6'1", 179 pounds, so good size. He'll get bigger, of course. He's known for his speed. He's known for blowing past opponents with explosive skating speed. And if you watch highlights, you will see him get past the defense very quickly. He has explosive speed and will go one-on-one and get past you really, really quickly and go one-on-one with the goalie. Okay, but he's also great at give and goes. He's good at coming down, passing the puck, driving the net with his speed, getting past that defender to have an open stick in front of the net, getting that pass back, give and go, score, right? So he is good at creating space for himself with his speed, and he's a good finisher. And so Carrie Terence, probably, NHL wise, I don't know if you can say, he's either going to be on the wing, but he'll probably be bottom six guy, something like that. You never know. But can he do it at the pro level? Again, that's the ultimate question, right? In the OHL for the Otters, he had 67 games played last season, 30 goals, 17 assists for 47 points. So not too bad. Carrie Terence, number 9 right now in our prospects. So number 10, okay, here's kind of an old one, number 10. And this was a tough one for me, okay? I've been watching this player. I was very excited about him when we drafted him. And I've been watching his progression and how he's developing. And he took a step back last year. Didn't have a very good year. He actually played for San Diego. But instead of improving on his numbers, he took a step back. Now, keep in mind, the Gulls were a very bad team. Just like the Anaheim Ducks were bad, so were the Gulls. That's not going to be the case this year. New coach down there in McElvain. Things are going to get a lot better, especially with all of our really talented prospects a lot of them are going to be playing in San Diego this year. So that team is going to be much improved. I don't think they're going to be nearly as bad. They will probably be a playoff contender this season. So his name is Jacob Perreault. Jacob Perreault was drafted in 2020. Okay, so you know what I mean there? 2020 round 1, 27th overall. So this is a first round pick. Still hasn't made the NHL level yet because he just hasn't proven himself at the pro level. He's played a few games with the Anaheim Ducks, more as a call-up. Didn't get any stats or anything, nothing crazy. He's a right winger. He's 5'11", 192 pounds, so he's a little bit smaller than some of these wingers I've mentioned, but he's stockier. He's big, you know what I mean? Because he is a little bit older and he's packed on the muscle. 192 pounds. Jacob Perreault, though, here, he is known, okay, back when we drafted him, he is a pure sniper. The guy's shot is unreal. That's why the Ducks drafted him number 1 in the first round, I should say. There was, he was the second number one pick in the 2020 draft. Long story short, like I said, he can score from anywhere. He's got an amazing shot, but he struggled last year. San Diego, last year he had, in 48 games played with the Gulls, 8 goals, 11 assists for 19 points. So you see what I'm saying? This is one of those guys that drafted first round, high hopes, lots of talent. Hasn't been able to really get it going at the pro level. Sometimes that's coaching. Sometimes that's the players you're playing with on whatever line. So it's not. I don't think it's completely Jacob Perreault's fault. Just to give you an idea of the downfall last year from the previous year, in 21-22, this is for the Gulls as well. 55 games played, he had 14 goals, 23 assists for 37 points. So a huge difference. Like I said, he took a step back, but I think he has it in him. It has yet to be seen. We'll see how he does this year in camp in San Diego. We'll see, right? But Jacob Perreault, I still have high hopes for him. So that's why I put him on the list at number 10. So there you go. He just needs to show he can produce at the pro level. If he doesn't do that this year, my guess is he's going to be a good trade piece. That or the Ducks hold on to him and use him for call-ups, things of that nature. But to me, if he can't produce, he'd be a good piece to throw into a trade deal. Say, hey, we'll give you so-and-so, and we'll throw in Jacob Perreault as well, because if he's just not cutting it, right? It's a former first-rounder. He might do well with another team, another system. You never know. But I hope he starts to really gel and increase his productivity, and because I'd like to see him playing for the Anaheim Ducks. He's a right winger, and we need wingers, right? So here we go. Honorable mention, okay? We have a lot in our pool, I'm telling you. Honorable mention. These are guys that you probably could have thrown in the top 10, but they didn't make my top 10. Drew Hellison, we saw a little bit of him last season, right at the end of the year, just like we did Jackson Lacombe. Drew Hellison was called up. Drew Hellison, we didn't draft him, Colorado did. We got him in a trade when we traded Josh Manson to the Colorado Avalanche. We got Drew Hellison in return. Great young defenseman, lots of upside. But he didn't quite make my top 10. He could very well make the team, starting lineup type stuff. He's that good, and he's already, there. Kind of like a Jackson Lacombe, where he's there. He might be ready. We'll see. Drew Hellison. Another one is Braden Tracy. Braden Tracy played San Diego last couple years. He was drafted in 2019 in the first round. Here's another first round draft pick, number 29 overall. He's a left winger. He can play center as well. He's a winger. Braden Tracy, lots of upside for Braden Tracy, but are we going to see it from him? Is Braden Tracy going to show us what he's capable of? Did very well in the juniors, hasn't done so hot at the pro level. Again, that's where we need to see him. He did okay last year though, 62 games played, he had 10 goals, 18 assists for 28 points. So not too terribly shabby, but he's one of those guys, another first round pick that just hasn't really gelled and showed us what we were hoping he would show us. Late first rounder. But here's another one, Benoit Olivier Gruel. We just re-signed him to a one-year contract, okay? He played very well for San Diego last year. In fact, you could probably say he was San Diego's best player in a really crappy team and a crappy season, just like the Ducks had a horrible season. He was their best player night in, night out. Benoit Olivier Gruel. He's a center left winger. He can play both. Like I said, they just re-signed him just recently in this offseason to a one-year contract extension. And what that says to me is that Verbeek likes what he sees. He had a good year last year. Keep him around. Let's see if he continues to get better and develop and maybe he can become a regular NHLer. But he's also there as a call-up. And if he's doing well again in San Diego, chances are we can call him up based on injuries or whatever, see if he can produce at the NHL level when we need him. Okay, another honorable mention, Tyson Hines, defenseman. Got him in the 2021 draft, round 3, number 76 overall. Big physical guy, defensive guy. We need that in our system, right? Tyson Hines. I have a feeling he'll be a regular for the Ducks someday. He just probably needs a little bit more time to develop at the pro level. And I think we'll see him in San Diego this year and see how he does, right? Tyson Hines, great physical, stay-at-home type of guy. Gotta like that. Another one who we just signed to an entry-level contract, Noah Warren. Noah Warren, 2022 round number 2, 42nd overall pick in the draft of 2022. Now this kid's big. He's 6'5", 225 pounds. He's huge. Just a massive man, right? If you watch him, okay, if you watch video of him and you see him out there, you would not think that he's a giant guy. You just wouldn't. He skates so well. He skates like a Minchikov and a Zellweger can. I mean, maybe not quite as good as they do, but darn close. For such a big guy, that's unheard of. Typically, the big defensemen, yeah, they'll bruise you, but they're easily beat. They don't skate as well. This guy can skate. Noah Warren. He could have easily made top 10. That's how good his skating ability is. Big guy, but really good mobility. And then finally, Nathan Gauthier. Again, another guy that could have easily been in the top 10. And maybe he should have. Maybe I should have taken Jacob Perreault out and put in Nathan Gauthier. Gauthier is a great two-way center. We got him in 2022, 22nd overall. Okay, after Minchikov, we had 2 picks in the first round last year. We took Minchikov number 10, Gauthier at number 22. Now he's not a prolific scorer or anything like that, but he's a big guy, 6'3", 207 pounds. So he's physical. He'll fight down for those battles along the boards, and he's a great two-way center. A lot like a Leo Carlson is a great two-way center. So is Gauthier. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Nathan, maybe not this year, but next year. In terms of a regular on our team. It'll be interesting because we got a lot of center depth, how we're going to mix things up, how we're going to incorporate some of these, and maybe are we going to move. Here's my thinking. Zegras is going to have to move to the wing. Okay, he really is. As a winger, he makes more sense that we can keep our center depth, because as a center, Zegras is okay, but he's just not big, and he's not the best at face-offs, you know what I mean? So when you got guys like McTavish, Carlson, Gauthier, Isaac Lundestrom, those are the guys that you want down the middle. Okay, those are the guys you want down the middle. Zegras moving to the wing. He's still going to be able to produce. The guy's money. We all know that, right? But anyway, Nathan Gauthier, honorable mention, probably should have made top 10. But there you go. Hey, let me know what you guys think down below, will you? Okay, I love hearing from you guys. Tell me what you think. Maybe you have a different opinion than I do. In fact, I'm probably sure most of you do. Okay. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys listening to me rant about the Anaheim Ducks and the prospects. The future is bright in Anaheim. I've said that a million times already. And I can't wait to see some of these young guys develop and become regular parts of our team. And then we're going to start smoking teams. We really are. They're going to be so afraid to take penalties against us because our power play unit's going to come out and just score. Like the Edmonton Oilers this last year where they had the #1 power play unit and the percentage was through the roof. That's going to be the future of the Anaheim Ducks. I know it. They're going to be right up there at the top of the NHL on the power play, which is what we need, right? We need that. So anyways, Ducks prospects, there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, you need to. I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. I need to blow this channel up and I need your help to do it. So go down, subscribe. If you haven't already, do it. Do it now. Like the video, smash that like button. It helps get the video out to other people. And then don't forget, hit the bell notification, because if you guys want to know when I'm putting out content and new videos, that's going to allow you to know when I'm actually releasing new content and videos. So got to do it all, man. Subscribe, smash the like button, hit the bell. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. See you on the next one.